Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I want to start off this video by saying thank you for not hating the last video I put up. I did like a story reading video. If you haven't watched it yet, I would suggest go check it out, you know. But I am planning on making another one of those, hopefully for my next video, which should be up hopefully later this week. I know that I'm so unsure on everything, I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, a new video will come and it will be that. But today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about something that's been happening to me every time I go to the gym, and it's kind of driving me crazy. When I know I'm going to the gym, I have a very specific routine. So I get up in the morning and I always go first thing when I wake up because I don't eat. I go and I do fasted cardio and then I come home and eat something afterwards. And when I know that I have to go, I wake up, I don't shower or anything because I'm gonna go get sweaty anyways. So I will get up, put on my shoes, put on my outfit, and then drive to the gym, which is literally 2 minutes away from my house. And then I'll go and I'll do cardio for the first like 35 to 40 minutes, and then I spend the rest of the time doing strength training. And when I get there, before I even get out of my car, I'll put in both headphones because I don't want people to talk to me. Like, I will go out of my way to make sure that people don't want to talk to me. I wear a hat every time I go because I feel like it's easier to like keep your head down and people don't want to like try and get your attention, and both headphones in. And when I go inside, I never have to actually talk to the front desk because I have a number that you just type in and it lets you in because I paid for a pass. And so when I go in, I'll like smile at the people at the front desk, go upstairs, start my workout, and then I leave. I don't talk to anybody. It's very, very nice. But I have now had 3 experiences where people talk to me, and obviously if I ever did a face reveal and my subscribers wanted to talk to me, that would be a totally different story. But this is just me like living my life, you know, trying to get things taken care of without talking to anyone because I hate people. Like, it just gives me really bad anxiety is what I'm trying to freaking say. But I'm gonna tell you guys about my experiences with people talking to me and like how I've dealt with them and how weird they really are. So when Ben has days off, he'll go to the gym with me, and no one messes with me when he's there because he'll like walk by and he'll like pat me on the butt or he'll give me a kiss, and people know that I am his property. Like, and I'm okay with that. It's not a big deal to me. But there was one day when I first started going to the gym where this guy made it his job to talk to me. So this guy, I am going to describe him for you so you kind of get a general idea of how he is, like the kind of person he is. So he's the type of person that'll go and get on a machine and grunt through the entire thing because he is doing so much lifting. And he is probably like 5'9", 5'10", so not super tall for a dude, but not like short either. He has a lot of muscle because obviously he does this every day. He has tattoos, he has a shaved head, but he has a beard. Like, are you understanding? He's like a typical douchebag gym guy. I see him there all the time. It's not a big deal. And when I see people, like, I'll notice their face and then I just will go back to my workout. And one day I was on this machine where you have to like push your legs together and you put weight, and then it like, you know, strengthens your legs, your thighs especially. And so I was on that, and when you're done with the machine, you're supposed to go and get rags, and then they have a disinfectant spray and you just wipe the thing down. It doesn't take very long at all, and I always do that because I'm kind of like crazy about germs. And one day, I was doing that, and I went to go get the rags to wipe it down, and I come back, and the guy is standing there, staring at me. And the entire time I had been doing my workout, like whether it was on that machine or on a different one, he does this thing to everyone where he'll walk around, like the machine you're using, he'll check how much weight you're lifting or how much weight you have on whatever it is you're doing, and then he'll just kind of like examine what you're doing to see if you're doing it right. And he isn't like a trainer or anything like that, he's just a guy that goes and uses the freaking facility. But anyways, I went to grab the stuff to wipe down the machine, and when I came back, he's staring at me and he's standing right next to the machine, and so I like give him like a half smile and I go to wipe it down, and he's like, "Are you done with this machine?" And I was like, I was just gonna spray it down, you know, I mean, I got the rag and the spray, so I'm just gonna spray it down, obviously. And he's like, "Oh, don't even worry about it." And this weirds me out because it's like, you really want my freaking sweat all over you while you're using it? Like, that's gross, you know. But I was like, oh, I'll just wipe it down real quick. So I like wiped it down and put the stuff back, and then I like went to go away, and I went to put my headphone back in, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not concerned about sweat because, you know, we're all here to sweat." And I'm like, yeah, like trying to get away because I don't want to freaking stand there and have a conversation. I want to leave and go home. And So I'm trying to get away, and it's, I'm trying to make it pretty obvious without being a douchebag. And he's like, yeah, I usually only half wipe down the machines. Like, I'll take the spray and act like I am just so I don't get in trouble, but it really doesn't bug me. And that, whatever. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go home now. Like, have a good day. And I turned to go away, and I actually got away that time. Thank goodness. So the second encounter happened a couple of days ago, and it was with this dude that is always at the gym. So this guy's probably 40 to 50, and he stands about probably 6'1", and he still has a pretty big belly on him, so he obviously hasn't been doing it that long, and he has a mustache and short buzzed hair, and he kind of reminds me of the guy that ended up killing the girl in The Lovely Bones. Have you seen that movie? If so, that's the guy right there. Okay, they don't look that similar, but that's just what I think of when I think of him. But every single day when I go to the gym, I go to the exact same elliptical. It's the one in the back row, in the middle, on the left side. That's just the one that I always go to because no one else ever goes to it, and I like that one. So I'm on that one day, and he is standing in the front row on one of his machines, and that's totally fine. I'm not even paying attention to him. But every single day he does this thing, and it's not just to me, it's to every girl, where he will just stare them down, and he will go out of his way to turn his body around while trying to do his workout and stare at me for 5 to 10 minutes at a time. So the first couple of days I see him, I'm like, at one point this guy is going to talk to me. I can already tell. And so, of course, one day, a couple of days ago, I'm doing something, and this man approaches me and starts talking to me. And I'll be honest, I can't really remember exactly what he said, but I remember feeling very uncomfortable afterwards, just because it was why did that dude have to talk to me? And he just gives me that vibe, the type that I'm oh, don't talk to me, just get away, So that happened, and I'm so sorry I can't remember what he said, but I just try to forget these things and just try to avoid the people that made them happen. So the final experience I'm telling you about is actually not a bad one. It was okay, but it all comes down to the fact that I don't like talking to people at the gym, and this one had to do with a girl. So this girl that I'm talking about, she always goes to the gym every single day. She wears the same exact black and white sweatpants every single day, always has her hair the exact same way, she wears glasses, and she's typically, seems like a nice girl. And I was at the gym yesterday, and I can always tell that she's watching me, because I'll go and I'll do a machine a very specific way, a way that I've looked up online that works the best. And 5 minutes after I get off that machine, she'll go over to the exact same machine, do it the exact same way, or very close to the exact same way that I had done it, instead of just doing it a regular way. And she just always seems to be watching me, which is, not a big deal. I don't care. But yesterday I go into the gym and it was pretty busy, so I couldn't go to the same elliptical I normally go to. I went to this other machine that's somewhat like an elliptical. I don't know what it's freaking called, but I went to it and I just got on and it was right next to her. And so, I don't have any problem approaching someone like that. It just doesn't weird me out or anything, especially because she's a female. But I go over and I get on the machine and I have both headphones in and I'm just kind of zoning out on the TV that's in front of me. And I was listening to a story on YouTube, actually, the one that I made in my last video, but that's what I was listening to. And she gets off her machine after half an hour. I'm almost a half hour into it, and I'm like, oh, cool, she's not going to talk to me, but I know that at some point she is going to talk to me. And so it just so happened that there was a Christmas movie playing on the TV in front of me, and I love Christmas movies no matter what time of year it is. I love Christmas music. I am that person that brings my stuff out in October, and I'm like, okay, let's decorate. But they had a Christmas movie on, and I was somewhat paying attention to it, but mainly paying attention to my story and just zoning out and not even paying attention to anyone. And after this girl gets off her machine and sprays it down, she does the wave, the gym wave, the wave take your headphone out, I'm going to talk to you. And so I'm like, what's up? And I smile at her and I take my headphone out and she's like, I wonder who's gonna get fired for playing a Christmas movie in June. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't mind it because I love the snow and I love Christmas movies, and Ben and I are thinking about moving to Arizona, so I'm gonna miss the snow if we do, because right now I live in a freaking cold area. And I had no problem being nice to her. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have said something like that opened it up to conversation. But she, kept talking to me, and it wasn't that big of a deal, and then she walked away. And I was like, huh, that was actually my first positive experience at a gym with someone talking to me. But it all comes down to the fact that when I go to the gym or when I go anywhere, I am just not much of a talker. I get really bad anxiety. and I'm just trying to deal with stuff, so I don't know. It's a weird situation. So the point of me telling you all of this is to just start this series, I guess, and if I decide to make another video like this. And the first type of person that I hate at the gym is the type of person that talks to someone that clearly has 2 headphones in, that obviously doesn't want to have a conversation. That's the type of person I hate at the gym. That is my least favorite. I can handle basically anything else, but oh my gosh, that friggin' kills me. Anyways guys, I wanted to just sit down and record this, and hopefully my next video will be another story reading. I love those. Like, they're fun to make. They take a lot more editing and a lot more time, but they're just so interesting, and normally I don't read through the story before I read it on YouTube, so it's like a surprise ending for me too when I'm reading it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!